Hi everyone, it's Enchantress. So I showed you a little bit of my dining room table because I moved everything out, well not everything, a bunch of stuff out onto the table, a bunch of my Easter decorations, all the little cottages and stuff, and I decided to go ahead and move the fairies out there too in their little homes. And so here's my updated altar. Here's some beautiful crowns from Melanie. Isn't that, they're just so gorgeous. So they look different in different lighting. Like in the daytime, they sparkle a certain way. And then at night with the backlit lights that I have there, I like to put lights, especially behind my love doves, because they're part of my special feature. And also the twin flame rocks are another part of my special feature of my of my altars. So somebody asked me what kind of equipment I use and things like that. So I just decided to give you a little behind the scenes view. So one of the tripod that I started off with is this little tripod, and I used it for last night's reading, and it comes in handy. And actually, when I set the phone down, I don't even clip it on, because the first phone that I used with it was too big to fit on it, so I just like rested it on there, and it worked out fine. But it stretches, and you can put your phone in there. Another one that I just got recently is this fun bendy one that you can clip on to anything. So I like this one because it gives like an overhead view, so you can kind of look down on everything down in the altar. One of the things that I should mention is that it's real important to have good lighting, and this spot has really great lighting from morning until about, depending on the season, till about 5 or 6 o'clock, and then it gets a little bit dark, and then I have to kind of change things up. So I have other lighting. I have this lighting up here that I don't like very much. Because it makes things sort of yellow. Well, it's not turning on. Oh well. Anyway, but it's really good for the charms. You can see the charms really clearly when I turn that on. I also have like a fan light that I can turn on, and it makes things different. This is one window that brings in the best light, but I can't film, here because it's like backlight, so you can't really see cards too good, because when you hold them up, they're dark, right? So it puts the cards, the images, in silhouette. So make sure when you decide where you film, let me show you, like for the example, the Uno. See, you can't see it now. So it just depends on how like if you lay it flat, then maybe, but when you hold it up, maybe not so much. Here's my bucket of charms. Here's other accessories and jewels and stuff. I use those rings. I just have like a lot of different accessories around, and this is kind of like my second table. And when I do lives, I sit here, and I use this thing to put my camera in, and this has a light switch. I have to plug that in, but that gives me really bright, it's like bright makeup light, like when you do makeup tutorials. So it kind of makes your face look a little bit prettier, I think. And but then sometimes this natural light is actually prettier than the makeup light. It just depends on what time of day you sit at the window. So that's really the key, is lighting before anything else. And then, you can do all kinds of fun accessories. You can use rocks and stones and flowers and whatnot to decorate your altar. It's not just about decorating too, it's also about energy, like what energy gives good stones. Certain stones are good for stimulating the third eye and the crown chakra and different things like that. So yeah, here's some different things. Like if you have a theme, let's say your theme is is mermaid theme. Like, my theme is fairy for the most part, but you know, I do like the mermaid stuff. So you can like come up with a little, or you can, you know, if your regular theme isn't mermaid, then once in a while you can pull out some mermaid, some unicorn things or mermaid things or whatever, you know. In a general sense, I'm kind of like, you know, fantasy creatures, mermaids and things like that, and fairies. So yeah, that kind of covers it. You guys have seen my shelf full of cards. Let me show you again. So here's a shelf of art supplies, and here's my shelf full of my decks. The one place that I forgot to mention is here's a shelf of decks and bags. Yeah, I got a lot of decks and bags, and these are like the books that come with them, you know. So I was able to squeeze them in there, that kind of thing. And yeah, some more art supplies. So this room is going to go through a little spring cleaning, and that's why I was giving away some cards, because I need to do some spring cleaning. Here's a few decks that I was thinking of giving away over the next few weeks. This came in a Goddessprovisions box, and I just don't use it, so if anybody wants that, just keep in mind, and it'll be in a giveaway soon. Another thing that's real important is microphone, of course. I found that this microphone worked the best, and I used it the longest, and you clip it on to your shirt as close as possible to your mouth, and I think it gives a really nice kind of quality. The unfortunate thing is the phone that I was using, this one that I'm actually still recording with, hold on a second. So, see that this little part that you put into your phone, it's a perfect kind of combination, especially if you have a really good quality iPhone or Galaxy or something like that, you know, real Samsung, a real good quality phone mixed with a really nice quality. I mean, it doesn't have to be very expensive. It's just a really nice quality mic. You clip that in, find some good lighting, and there you go. You're ready to go, basically. Unfortunately, my phone, the mic part, the little hole got broken. So that's why lately I've been doing readings like this, just kind of like getting really close to the phone like this, and using other ways of recording. Like I have another a phone camera, an older one, and I'm able to use this mic on that one. Also, there's all kinds of devices. Like I bought this thinking it was going to amplify the sound and stuff, and I've used this on my other phone, but it didn't seem to make that much of a difference. So I don't know. And then there's this one. This one I bought for my laptop, and it was the laptop. You know, the laptop only takes the USB jack. You know, it wouldn't take this kind of jack, so I had to get. So it's kind of like, you know, you kind of hit and miss with the equipment you have, but the laptop with this microphone worked really good for my my meditation video, to give a kind of a softer quality and more stereo quality, I think. I'm not sure, but with the sound stuff, I'm still actually working on that, you know, and eventually I'm going to get a new phone so I can use my mics again and get some better sound quality. But as I researched it, it seems that generally people like to have good visuals, you know, number one, and then number two is sound. So start off at least with good lighting, good visuals, you know, just your phone camera works, plus a really nice little clip-on microphone is all you really need to get started. Okay, well, I hope you like that, guys, and probably doing a mermaid video for you ladies out there, since you want to be fair. Okay, faith, trust, and pixie dust.